Hi and welcome to The Grit with me, Janet, and this is essentially a segment that takes a look at the not so pretty side of otherwise wonderful experiences. I am with the lovely Shiro Shiera. She can tell us a little bit more about what she does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Shiro Shiera. I'm a lactation specialist, a childbirth educator, and a doula.
We love pregnancy and childbirth and rearing our children. These are wonderful experiences, but sometimes they come with uncomfortable issues that you may or may not have heard of. And so the first one I want to talk about is breastfeeding, and not just breastfeeding, but what happens to the nipples. So I'm just going to hand it over to Shiro. I know there's usually, my experience with breastfeeding was, it was okay. Sometimes my nipples did hurt, but I didn't have issues around bleeding and cracked nipples. But whenever they hurt, I would squeeze and rub, the milk. But I know sometimes it's pretty extreme. So could you take us through that?
Were you told what to do about the latch?
I was told about the latch. I wasn't even able to breastfeed the first few days, 2 days after having Guru, which was depressing. I think that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
I was told about the latch and how, you should be fully latched.
So you had been supported by someone?
I had been supported by someone, but still there was times when it got painful, and I'm not really sure what went wrong.
Okay, so the first thing you need to understand is that breastfeeding should not be painful. And many moms believe that it should be, or just familiar the pain, it will be fine. But no, if you are having pain, then the latch is the issue, and that's how much of the baby's of the areola is in the baby's mouth. Okay, so if you're only sucking on the nipple, it will be cracked, it will be painful, it will be bleeding, it will be sore. And as a lactation specialist, I've seen so many of this.
Yeah.
And it's my heart goes out to these moms because you don't even want to breastfeed your baby. Breastfeeding should be enjoyable. All right. Now the thing about it, and I'm gonna have my model breast here. If your baby munches on this part, which is the nipple, it becomes cracked, raw, and sore. Imagine even your little finger, if someone is always munching on it, it will be sore. But they need to be sucking on the areola. At least an inch of it should be in the baby's mouth.
Yeah.
If it's not as big as this model breast, the whole of it should be in the baby's mouth.
Okay.
So if you are having bleeding, cracked, painful nipples, then you need to check on the latch. And you need someone to come and check on you and see, is the latch right?
Show us what the latch. I know you have a dummy baby. Yeah. I don't know whether it will work with a dummy baby.
Well, let's try.
Let's try.
Okay, for one, I think positioning of how you position yourself and how you position your baby. Most times the baby's crying, and what they do is that they'll turn their head to look for the breast. Wherever they may be, they'll be turning their head. So you get your baby, he's cried, he's turned his head this way. So what you do is put the baby on the breast like that. This is the wrong position. Okay, we all eat on a straight line. We never eat with our heads turned to the side. So for the baby, make sure that babies are aligned like this, and then you turn them. Okay, otherwise they'll be sucking sideways, and that's not a good latch. Okay. So they need to be turned in towards you, tummy to tummy, and make sure their mouth is nice and open, and they take in most of this.
Okay. And you shouldn't hear that. It should be kind of like quiet.
Quiet.
Yes.
All you're hearing is they swallow.
Yeah.
But if you put the breast in their mouth, and then you have to take them off and try again.
Okay.
Breastfeeding doesn't always come out naturally. You have to learn. It's a skill that is learned. So you practice. You take baby out, put back again. Take out, put back again until you get it right. So be patient with yourself and be patient with your baby. If you're struggling and this still continues, then look for someone to help you. Okay, then there's this thing.
Yeah, so this is now if your nipples are now wounded. I don't know, for lack of a better word.
They're sore, they're raw, and they're painful. However, Janet, this thing is being advertised so much. It is perfect. I love it, and you can use it once you've applied it, and you're applying on the nipple and on
the
areola. However, it's not the answer to all cracked, bleeding nipples. You could be healing it with this, but then the latch is wrong, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if the latch is wrong, you're constantly having cracked, raw nipples, even if you're using lanolin. Many moms say Aramis, coconut oil, olive oil, but lanolin, 100% hospital grade lanolin. What really takes me off is lanolin for pedicures.
Oh yeah?
No, lanolin, the white one.
Yeah.
That they use to soften your calluses and everything. That's what the moms are being given.
And that's, okay, pretend I'm naive. That's a problem because?
It's not 100% hospital grade lanolin.
Really
it needs to be this thick. Okay? So you have to roll it between your fingers, let it melt as it is now, okay? Then you apply.
Okay.
With this, baby can breastfeed when you've applied this. But they cannot breastfeed on that lanolin. That lanolin burns.
So even they'll be uncomfortable. It's not even good for the baby.
It's not, or the mom with her open wound.
Right. Yeah.
So make sure you're getting 100% hospital. So there's this is Lancino, you know. But then there's Medela, Avent, there's some that you can get from a chemist or a hospital.
So most of these should be available at chemists.
Yes.
Okay.
But these are the chemists giving the wrong one.
Okay, that's the problem.
Not all chemists who have these.
That's the problem.
Biashara Street, you'll get. They'll get Avent, we'll get this one.
Okay.
So what I want to say is that this is not the answer. Yes, it will help with your feeding, but if you have cracked nipples and the wrong latch constantly, then it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So make sure you get the right latch.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll just keep it that short and sweet.
Okay.
Of course, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the video below, and we can always do a follow-up video addressing a certain issue. But like you said, Shiro, sometimes it's not natural. It doesn't come naturally. I think a lot of women need support when it comes to breastfeeding, because when you fail to be able to, you feel like just a failure, and yet there's that support that comes with it. So thank you for that. And yes, please make sure that if the cracked nipples and the bleeding persists, I guess as well, seek medical advice.
Yes.
If you haven't yet figured out the latch, just talk to an expert.
Yes, find an expert, find a lactation specialist to walk the journey with you, to support you, and to teach you how best to put your baby on the breast. I also do videos on breastfeeding that you can find on Nurturing Moms on Facebook, and you'll get more information on there.
Right, we'll leave the link as well after this video. So that's it for now, but I'll be doing another video very soon with Shiro. So thanks for watching.